This is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Welcome to Job Search Radio.
Are you looking for a new job or interested in leveling up? Job Search Radio is your go-to resource for insider tips on job hunting and growing your career. Here's your host, Jeff Altman.
Welcome to Job Search Radio, episode 348. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Welcome to Monday morning. I'm in a great mood today. I hope you are too. And if you're not, because you're looking at going to work at a job you loathe and detest, this show and my other one, No BS Job Search Advice Radio, are for you. Both shows are designed to help you find a new position because the skills needed to find a job are different than the skills needed to do a job. And the other show, No BS Job Search Advice for 2017, is focused on interviewing. This one covers everything else. So subscribe to both shows. You get a lot from doing so. And this one involves a situation where someone asks me about whether or not they should continue. Let me just restate that again. They should consider returning to a former employer. I know this happens. And it happens very regularly. So I give people a framework for taking a look at that kind of situation. Hope you find it helpful and hope you give it 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. It does help other people find the show. And in addition, I hope you like me on Facebook. Look for Job Search Radio on Facebook and Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter on Facebook. Give me a 5-star rating, a thumbs up. It helps other people find the show. And now with that, let's get going. What are the pros and cons of returning to an old place of employment? And the person continues by saying, I was at a small nonprofit for 10 years in a fairly high position and left with some good and bad feelings. 7 years later, the top dog is leaving and I'm being considered to replace him. So let me just simply say it depends on your definition of top dog. If you're going to be the head of the agency, you've got a pretty blank slate, and the only question really comes down to money and how much control you're going to have with relation to the board. If the board is the same, you're going to run into problems again. So that's going to be a tough decision for you. I can't advise you other than lay out the cards in that way. If your definition of top dog is, you were a senior manager and you're reporting to a director who in turn reports 3 or 4 levels up, again, you run into problems because you don't really have control of your circumstances. You still have someone you're reporting to. So again, you can go back. And again, one of the issues is always money. And I'm not talking about your compensation. I'm talking about compensation. I'm talking about income at the nonprofit and the degree to which they are subordinate to government agencies or donations as part of their survival strategy or their financial strategy. If income from the agency is problematic, you know what you're stepping into. If that was a problem then, it's going to be a problem now, especially if they tell you it's a problem. So you've got to investigate the level that you're coming in at, who you report to. If you're at the highest level of the agency, what your relationship with the board would be like. Is it the same board that for whom there were issues before? What's the income stream? What's the money coming in? What are the expectations of you given the money? So those are a couple of things that I would consider. I would also say the benefit of going back, one of them is often you're in a situation where you're stepping in and you're able to continue building on retirement plans that you had. So, for example, there's a person I brought back to one of the financial institutions years ago. He was 7 years into a 10-year vesting toward a pension. And he was able to finish those 3 years off and thus retire with a pension plus a 401k, and all because he was able to step in and continue making contributions and continue based upon the former scenario to finish off the pension. Another one is often you know how the firm is run and you have shortcuts to getting things done because a lot of things haven't really changed. So, the advantage that you have is stepping into something familiar. The disadvantage can be, what's familiar was a problem. So that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, here are a few other ways that we can connect with one another. The first one is if you're an executive and interested in one-on-one coaching, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the word coaching, so this way I know what it's about. Next, if you're not an executive, the best way to reach out to me is through jobsearchcoachinghq.com. There I have curated information from around the web that you can watch, listen to, read, primarily my own information, but again, there's some stuff from other people that's there with their permission. Also, if we are not connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show, because I love to hear from people who listen to the show. It just puts a big smile on my face, which reminds me, Facebook. Connect with me on Facebook. Look for Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and give me 5 stars. Subscribe to the page. You'll get lots of information sent to you daily with different pieces of advice for you. And lastly, because I don't really mention this on the show all that much, in addition to job search coaching, I do executive and what I call business life coaching. You know, business life coaching, where I work with self-employed people who have a lunatic for a boss. You know, people like your wife, husband, partner, friends of yours who may be either wrestling with something in their business and need an advisor to work with, or, you know, people who are doing extremely well and they need to have someone to talk with because business is just exploding for them. So again, reach out to me through Jeff Altman at thebiggamehunter.us. I'll get back to you. We'll figure out a time to speak, and I look forward to helping you. Hope you enjoyed this again, and have a great day. Take care.
If you would like to have Jeff give you advice about your job search, you'll love JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. This site has all of Jeff's books and guides to job hunting available free. The ability to have Jeff answer your questions, plus podcasts and videos that'll help you with all the different parts of a job search, including writing a winning resume and cover letter, great answers to interview questions, how to negotiate effectively, whether you want an easy way or want to get tough, plus a community of people like you who you can get advice from. The site again is JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's JobSearchCoachingHQ.com.